Oh, I thought it was still setting. I thought I was still setting up. I'm going live already. Okay, hi. It's me, LisaT, coming at you with some positive energy. Lighten up your life with Lisa. Reading The Language of Letting Go by Beattie. MB. It's the MB. LDT, reading the MB. Okay. Oh yeah, yesterday was good. Combating shame. Okay, today is June 6th. The Gift of Readiness. I was just having a bunch of thoughts. I wonder if you can see someone thinking. Could you guys see me thinking? I was thinking the gift of readiness, and until one is committed, that reading that we did before, until one is committed, and I was reminded of that poem, until one is committed, there will be obstacles and bumps in the road, and I'm so brutally paraphrasing it, but the gift of readiness, we have to be fully ready. It's a gift. It's a gift when we're ready to let go of our old thinking patterns, our old belief systems, ready to shed it all and walk into new light. You got to be able to let go of the things that you've used to keep you safe emotionally, internally, secure and safe. These control mechanisms, these manipulation mechanisms that you think have been keeping you safe and secure, but have actually not been serving you and been keeping you stuck. So we got to be fully ready to let them go and walk into a whole new world. Okay, so the gift of readiness, June 6th. This is a step in 12-step programs. I think it's we're entirely ready. I think it's step 6. We're entirely ready. Yes, that's step 6. So June 6th, step 6. Okay, the gift of readiness. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. So what they're talking about there is the control and manipulation, or envy, jealousy. If you feel envy, if you feel jealousy, if you feel resentment, if you feel yourself trying to use control, if you go into self-pity, if you go into self-hate, if you isolate yourself, if you burst out in anger, if you think you're better than others or think you're less than others all the time. These are all defects. They call it defects of character. They're also coping mechanisms we've developed over our lifetime that did serve us back in a time. When we were children, these things to isolate ourselves, that probably served you. If you were being abused emotionally, physically, verbally, to isolate yourself was probably what you could do because you had no other tools. But now we're grown adults, and now we're responsible for ourselves, and we don't have to use these old coping mechanisms, defects of character, whatever you want to call them. These things that served us then are not serving us now because they're not letting us live our fullest life anymore. We don't need to be children who are locked away emotionally, metaphorically, or actually physically. We can be free in the world. We don't have to manipulate situations to get what we need. We can speak our needs. We can verbalize. We're getting strong and confident and able to express ourselves properly, fully. So that's what it's talking about here. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. So we're asking something to outside of ourselves. If you don't believe in God, just something outside of you. If you sing "Oh Canada, oh Canada," and "God keep our land, glory," so there's something we're singing to something. So use that as an analogy if you have trouble believing in God. It's just something, you're just speaking out to something. So we're entirely ready to have this something. Remove these control things. Remove these manipulations that you use. Remove these ways that you isolate yourself. Remove this fear that you go into, this retraction mode that you go into when things don't feel good. Remove this from me. Remove this from me. Asking something outside of yourself to take this from me so that I can be free, basically. Okay? So we progress to the sixth step. I was right. We progress to the 6th step by working diligently to the best of our ability on the first 5 steps. So the first 5 steps of recovery. This work readies us for, and we've been doing that kind of stuff. Whether you knew it or not, we've been doing that stuff as we've been reading these chapters. Okay, so we progress to the 5th step by working diligently to the best of our ability on the first 5 steps. So we progress to this level. We get to this level where we're like entirely ready when we've worked on this self-love stuff that we've been talking about, when we've worked on letting go, when we've released our anger, when we've released our trying to control someone else, or letting someone else's behaviors or thoughts or actions affect how we feel about ourselves, right? So we've worked on all this stuff, and now we're ready to let it all go. This work readies us for a change of heart, an openness to becoming changed by a power greater than ourselves, God. The path to this willingness can be long and hard. It's not easy. I catch myself all the time. I've been working on these kinds of things for like so long, and I still I catch myself going back to old habits. I got off coffee for like a month, and yesterday and today I was like, I think I'm gonna have a coffee today. And then I didn't sleep until like 3 a.m. last night. Like, why did I go back to that? God, take this from me. Take this need, this thing that I have that tells me I need that to have a good day, or to wake up this morning, or whatever. I don't need any kind of substances. I don't need any things to alter me. I can trust that where I am, who I am in this very moment is all good and perfect. So the path to willingness can be long and hard. It's hard to get to this spot. Many of us have to struggle with a behavior or a feeling before we really let it go. So many of us have to come to this point of like, oh my God, I'm like, I can't take it. One more second, one more minute of one more day. We have to get to this point of like total defeat before we're really ready to change. It's like, okay, fine. You know what? I'm done with this. That's just, I think, a fact of like humanness. So yeah, we have to struggle with a behavior or feeling before we're really ready to let it go. We need to see over and over and over and over and over again. We need to see it over and over and over and over again that this coping device, character defect, coping device, coping mechanism, that once protected us, like I was talking about, once in the past, it did actually serve us. But once protected us is no longer useful. It served us then, it is not serving us now. It's time to clean up shop and let that go. You know, you bought some clothes when you were 12, or you bought some clothes 20 years ago. It's time to like renew, right? Like get those, gut it out. You have stuff under your bathroom sink, I'm sure, that is so not being used anymore. So let's get it out, right? It's the same kind of thing metaphorically with our insides. If it's not serving us anymore, let's get it out and make room for more. Get it out of this thing, out of your body, so that more can come in. Now new goodness can come in. Okay, it's no longer useful. The defects of character referred to in a step 6 are old survival behaviors that once helped us cope with people, life, and ourselves. So they were survival mechanisms. That's another thing. Survival mechanisms, coping mechanisms, character defects. They did once help us cope with people, life, and ourselves, but they're not serving us anymore. But now they are getting in our way, and it is time to be willing to have them removed. Trust in this time. Trust that you are being ready to let go of that which is no longer useful. Trust that a change of heart is being worked out in you. Trust that what's ever coming up needs to come up so it can come out. Here's your prayer for today. I got some passion going on that one, eh? All right, God, here's your prayer. God, help me become ready to let go of my defects of character. Help me know in my mind and soul, that I am ready to let go of my self-defeating behaviors, the blocks and barriers to my life. Yes, those self-defeat, so coping mechanisms, survival mechanisms, coping behaviors, character defects, they're all self-defeating behaviors now. And they block you, and they put up a barrier from in between you and your next beautiful chapter of life. Amen. Thanks for watching so much. Have a great day, everybody.